So what we had done so far, according to that, our code does not work for the first time that this rock touches the line. So we need to fix that. So we are going to do that by making our object to, let's say, set the score to zero. That's fine. We'll set the score to zero every time we press the flag button. And but this one, which says hide, we would want our object to be hidden when the flag is clicked, right? And then we would want our object to go to this place, definitely. And after that, we are going to ask our object to show. So once our object is shown, we are not going to ask our character to glide once. Actually, we are going to ask our character to glide always. So it's always going to glide here. But every time it touches the line, we are going to just simply do not hide it, do not show it, do not do anything. Just tell our object that it needs to go to this point and change the score by 1. Now you are going to see that this first block is kind of worked very fine. Even if the first one touches that, you are going to get a score for it. Second, third. Also, if you want to make your game more interesting, you can add your character, this hen, to move forward and backwards as well. So you can use this if block once again and say that if the right arrow key is pressed, move your character a little forward. Let's say move 10 steps, 5 steps, I would suggest. So something like that is going to happen. Your character can move forward. So 5 is kind of very less. So let's make it a 15. So your character can move forward now, and in order to make it move backward, you can duplicate that. Put it here. Change the right arrow into left arrow and move back by adding minus steps. So now you can see that you can move forward. And similarly, if you feel that you have moved very much forward, you can come back, move forward again. But I think that this the movement here is kind of a little slow. So in order to make it faster, you can add this to 30 points and make this as well as minus 30. Now press the flag and try again. Now it is quite fast. By that logics, your game is going to work a little better. As you can see, this game is working. This has got much interesting right now. So previously, the code that we had done, today we have tried to add a few things in that. The first thing that we have tried to add is how to move our character forward and backwards as well. So we have chosen this block in order to move backwards. So whenever, let's say that we switch the backdrop to retry, we would want our character to hide. So every time this happens, your character is going to hide. And when you press the flag button again, it's going to appear. And when it touches that, it's going to hide. See, it's very interesting. This code is kind of used most of the times when backdrop switches to blah blah blah. So we can have this backdrop here. So if we can have this event here to make our characters hide whenever your game gets over. You don't want your characters to be on the screen. So first thing that we did was this one. Till yesterday, our character could only jump and play the game like that. But now our character can move forwards and backwards as well, thanks to this code that we have written. So this code we are going to put under this when flag clicked as well. You can write the code here as well with the same, you can say, function. With the same function if you want, but you can write this if blocks here with the same function. I'm just writing it in a separate forever loop and it's under a separate flag click to make it easily visible for you guys on screen. And another thing that we have learned right now is that how can we avoid that part where our first rock touches the line and we do not get some scoop. So for that, what we have done so far is that we have excluded this glide to code that was written outside of the forever loop and have put it inside. So always wherever our characters are, they would take 2 seconds to come from this point to this point. In case it touches the line, it's going to go back to the starting point and then start coming over to that side again. So this was the code for the first rock. Now, in order to make this game, let's say, a little more challenging, what you can do is add another rock that can start coming from this side. And instead of having one rock here, you are going to have more than one rocks coming directly onto the screen and you would have to jump beneath them. Like having one rock coming towards your side is kind of easier. You just need to wait for the right time and press up the space button to jump up. And if you miss that, you're going to lose points. So this kind of game is working fine for us. The second thing that you can do is one rock is kind of not that excellent. We can have it can get this game to be more challenging by adding another rock. So I'm going to duplicate that by clicking right here and click on duplicate. So once I have got the second rock, now what would happen is both of the rocks are going to come in the same time. And every time I jump, I get 2 points for that because the two rocks are touching the final line. As you can see that these are not, this is not actually one rock, these are two rocks. So I need to start them at a little distance from each other. So that best logic for that is that I may tell this first rock to start, let's say, a little earlier, and the second rock to start a little later than the first rock. So for the first rock, I am not going to add any wait time here, but for the second rock, I am going to ask it to wait for, let's say, 1 second, and after 1 second, this is going to appear on the screen. And I would want this character to actually hide first, then wait for 1 second before showing up again. So this is going to work something like that. Now you have got two rocks coming towards your side and you can jump skip them. You can simply oh, I touched them. You can simply jump skip them and try to move your character forward or backwards if it is needed. So now this game is kind of more, you can say, workable for you, right? So do you guys want to see the code and try to practice it?